Um, so I'll start off the jump with where I ended with Jaden, which is you get, third place finish down there. How important was it to bounce back? How tired, how tiring was the stretch now that it's over? And just what does it mean to be able to come out? I know everyone wants to be playing the 8 o'clock game, but what does it mean to at least come out of there with a third place finish and a win over a pretty decent opponent too in there?
Yeah. I mean, it feels good. Obviously, we're growing as a team. We're playing a lot of young guys. We're growing as a group, and so it's been a good challenge the last 4 days because with our depth, we wasn't really built for a 3 day, back to back game type deal because the guys are playing a lot of minutes. But what we discovered was we got to trust some younger guys and just put them on the floor. Let's trust whoever we got. I mean, we played 10 or 11 guys tonight, and all of them went in and gave great effort. So, it was very challenging getting prepared for these games. We got back to the hotel last night at 1, midnight or 1, 12:30 maybe. And you had to stay up and watch film, come up with a plan, and did it again this morning. So just happy for our players, and our program that we showed a lot of pride today, and just really showed up and gave great effort.
I remember last year you referenced a game that you'd coached at Charleston where you won, I think it was 47-40. And it was not a particularly high scoring game one of your first couple of years. But for
Yeah.
you, when you have a first half that's not particularly high scoring, what are just some of the things that you try to reinforce and continue to look at that then showed up in the second half?
Yeah, I think we won that game 40-36. It was at Townsend. And so it was just nice to see the guys working hard. We were trying to win possessions, and we were trying to just make sure we limit them to one shot, didn't let them beat us up on the offensive glass, make sure we contest everything, keep the ball in front. And so it was just nice. I saw the scoreboard at half. They had 21 points. That was a good sign for us. So we just got to build on it.
Um, Getting to the line, I was asking Jaden about this. The difference from playing Tarleton to playing Wyoming. What was it that they were offering that these guys really just attacked and were able to get to the line? And then not only that, but everyone kind of made it. I mean, 14 for 15 free throw shooting is that's why you pay the price at the end of practice, right?
Yeah, yeah. They only difference is they blew the whistle tonight. We were driving it, both games, so they just blew the whistle tonight. I think we were a little more physical at the rim, and we put the official in a situation where he had no choice but to make the call. So we weren't necessarily looking for the foul. We were just being physical, trying to finish, and we put the officials in situations where they had to make the call.
Jay Z to get him going as well, just to open up the door on 16 points for him, 4 rebounds. I know he'd been fighting it a little bit to get the momentum going with him. How does that kind of key, knowing that you've been short staffed too? How does that kind of key everyone else when you can get one other guy, getting his shot moving?
Well, I mean, I mentioned to the team today, we missing him some on drives and kickouts. He's a good shooter. Obviously, he can drive the ball. The lane is opening up because of his 3-point shooting percentage from last year. But I just mentioned to the team this morning, hey, look, we got to get him 10 shots at least, 10 good looks. He only had 4 in our last game. For him to be a starting point guard and playing as many minutes as he is, other than running our team, we got to allow him to get off of the ball, especially having Chaz Kelly, who's showing us that he can handle it and make good decisions. Let him get off the ball and be more of a scorer for us. So trying to help him develop into that role. It was nice to get him the ball, 9 attempts, got to the free throw line 8 times. So he had a really good game.